Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Cami and we're going to do a what we don't see coming or what others don't see coming kind of reading. Okay, so just to let you know, not everything may fit into your situation. So, if it doesn't fit, then don't force it. There's nothing like trying to put a puzzle together with pieces that belong to a whole different puzzle. So we don't want to do that, okay? Okay, so let's get to it and see what we don't see coming or others see coming. Okay, so a new start coming. A new start is coming. Maybe we don't see the new start that's coming. Maybe we're not, looking. Maybe it's just that, we're so focused on doing other things, time for healing. Maybe we're so focused on doing the healing and all of the internal work that we really don't see that there's a new start coming for our life. And sometimes we get stuck in those modes where it's just like, sometimes it feels like it could be repetitive, where you're constantly doing shadow work, constantly doing inner work, constantly working on ourselves, constantly doing things that have to do with the past, that sometimes we forget about moving forward. We forget about, the new beginnings that are being presented to us and all kinds of things like that. But we're getting into this 1133, as I'm saying this, we're getting into this new energy that is really exciting, that is super motivating. It's like bringing a lot of people's desires and dreams to the surface. It's like literally a beautiful time now to go ahead and start creating. On a video earlier that I did today, it talked about bringing your dreams and your passions into fruition. And it's like the energy is now starting to support that. And I can feel so much energy. It's like this big, exciting explosion. It's almost like a hug. It's like a loving hug where it's like, it just feels so abundant and so motivating. It literally gets you up off of the couch, out of your bed, off of whatever it is that you've been doing to waste time, and literally gets you to that mood where it's like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, clean my house, wash my dishes, do my laundry, take a walk, paint this painting, build this building, do whatever. It's just like you are being like fueled by this energy now, that it's like getting it done energy. It's like that truly, let's go for it kind of energy. And it's exciting. Meditate and contemplate. So just, this is showing that we need to meditate and kind of get our plans together, get our ideas, straightened out, see where we're going, and focus on what's the first step. What are you going to do first? Because sometimes in this kind of energy, we can get kind of sprawled out there. We could be doing this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing and this thing. But the thing is that you don't have to just narrow it down to one thing, because there's so many people out there that are so multifaceted when it comes to talent that it's ridiculous. There's an abundance of talent and creativity, and there's people out there that are so good at more than one thing, and these people are called, there's a term called polymath. It's like being abundantly good at multiple different things. So you don't have to narrow it down to doing one thing, having to only pick one thing out of all the things that you enjoy doing. You can do all of them, but which one are you going to start on? That's the key. Which one are you going to start on? All right. Fiery climax approaches. That's what I'm feeling. This is the energy I'm feeling. It feels like it's picking up speed. It feels like, everything is starting to come together, where everything is really, building up to like something exciting, something so out there. It's like, that's what we don't see coming. What is it? What is it that we're feeling that we don't see out there? What possibility that's like is truly out there for us? Like, what are we being closed-minded about when it comes to our abilities to be able to do something or accomplish something? Like, maybe we don't see the full potential in ourselves. Maybe we don't see where we can go or end up in life. Maybe we don't see, the appreciation that somebody else might have in something that we create. Maybe we don't see, the good in what we've been doing is, maybe we don't. Never know. Okay. We're going to shuffle this one more time and we're going to get started on this deck. Boop. Lord of Misfits. Yeah, this is literally, I'm feeling this card is it's got a lot of potential. This is almost like, it's almost like a Fool card in a way, energetically. It feels like you're just having fun, being kids. This is very, very inner childlike energy. Very, very childlike. It's like where you just want to get your hands messy with some like finger paints and paint something and just smear it all over and then like throw glitter on it and pom-pom balls and googly eyes. It's like you're wanting to make a masterpiece, but everything's kind of in chaos, like a chaotic ball. And we need to kind of figure out some kind of method to the madness, because there is beauty in chaos, but you got to figure out what point are you going to start at? What are you going to do first? Ruler of fears. So it looks like you are literally, like all the doubt, all the fears, all of that. It's like you're getting a hold of your own internal fears. You're getting a hold of like the doubts, anything that like is internal, where it's like you're keeping yourself down or trying to hold yourself back. It's like anything that was stopping you previously, you've got a hold of it. And you're not letting that affect you. You've taken control of your life. You've taken control of the direction that you're going, and that you have been going. And it's like, okay. Whew. No more fear. No more doubt. No more anything. It's like, the method to the madness. It's like, it. You figured it out. Claiming new ground. That's come back again to this other deck, where it's talking about new beginnings. Claiming new ground. Taking the bull by the horns. And literally taking the steps, or all the knowledge, all the information that you've learned from the past, everything that, all your wisdom, and you're starting to move forward. So maybe we don't see where we're going to end up yet. Or maybe you do. Maybe you have a picture and an idea of the end game. You know where you're going to head. Maybe what we don't see coming is the steps that it takes to get there. And it's okay. People, like, sometimes the path isn't always perfect. People trip and take missteps all the time. For me, I don't know how it happens, but I trip over thin air. And I don't know how it happens, but it just does. But moments like that are just reminding us to pay attention to where we're going and pay attention to our surroundings and stuff like that. So maybe we don't see our surroundings fully. Maybe we don't completely see where we're going. Maybe that's where that meditation card and stuff is like, maybe it's time to really sit down and figure it out, figure out the plan, figure out, what exactly it is. Crossing between life and death. That's right. These are all new beginning cards. This is another card where it's like you're literally walking from one way of being, one way of living your life, one way of doing things. And you're moving into a whole new direction, a whole new experience that's never been experienced before. It's like you built a castle previously, and I'm seeing like the castle being built on a very shaky foundation, and it's just crumbling. It's crumbling away. It's like this old life that we used to live is just going away. It's not going to be there anymore. And it's like, instead of trying to rebuild the castle and from the ruins and try to, keep the castle maintained, it's like you're just walking away from it. And it's like, I've discovered a whole new building material that's unlike anything that I've ever built with before. And I'm going to build a whole new thing with this whole new material that I've never used before. I've never used it. I don't know, what's going to happen. It's trial and error. We're going to do this whole new thing. And there's all these new things. It's all new. 1144 as I'm saying that. New. All new things. So that's really exciting. And nightmare is this. So it's like you're leaving the nightmare over here and you're going to go build your fantasy life. It's time to go and do that. And the energy I can feel it. It is strong. It's going to be so good for so many people out there. If you choose to take advantage of that energy as it's coming in, because I only feel it's going to be like this big for a few weeks. But for some of those, it depends on your chart. It all depends on your chart, your choices in life, the direction that you're going in, what your soul's game is for your life, really, and all this that helps, move that scale one way or another, also including with your choices, because you can choose whatever you want, so it depends. Not everybody is the same. If we were all supposed to be the same, doing the same thing, you'd think that we would look the same, but we all look different. We're all unique. We all have unique abilities. We all have unique skills. We all, do different things in different places with different faces. So it's like, you're not meant to follow the same path as everybody else, but you're meant to cut your own path. Find your own building material that works best for you. Because somebody, like the 3 little pigs, one building material might not be the best for one other person, but you may inspire somebody after following your dreams for somebody else to follow their dreams and come up with something completely different that's based off of something. You never know. The world is infinite. It's an infinite, abundant, creative, always continuously moving, growing, improving. They say never to recreate the wheel, but if you don't try, you don't realize how more aerodynamic it is, how, like, with just small, little changes of simple mechanics, how much more force something can have with little effort. You have no idea if you don't at least just go for it. So maybe we just don't know what our full potential is sometimes because we're so we're so hung up in the past, the dwelling on the traumas, the fears, the healing, all of that stuff. But it's like the healing's done. We don't have to spend our lives constantly healing ourselves. We're fine. It's in a way it's a distraction to keep feeling like we always have to fix ourselves, is to see that we weren't already perfect the way we were. We just didn't realize it yet. You got to realize it. Realize your potential. Realize, how wonderful you are on the inside and the outside. We don't really have to change. We just have to change, maybe in a way, change our perception of ourselves and see that we didn't have to fit in, to like one set of like requirements, to see that we didn't have to follow the rules of art, that we can create our own rules, like what Salvador Dali did, just breaking all laws of physics and all laws of art and creation and standards and, realism. He was a pioneer, and that just shows that beautiful things can be created by not being molded into perfection, because we were already perfect. We just needed to see it. Maybe that's what we didn't see. Maybe we didn't see ourselves. Maybe it's time for us to see ourselves. It's time to, put the past behind us and take the lessons and all the knowledge that we've taken with us, all the pain and all that, leave it behind and literally build something new. We're the creator of our reality. I can't say it enough. So it's, what do you want to do in life? You want to keep healing and doing all the shadow work and doing all these things. I know sometimes, things will come up when they're ready to, but it's like we have to find balance between healing work and creating. We're creator beings, not healing beings. We're not here to heal and heal and heal. We're here to create. We create microphones, we create cool lights, artwork, we create phones, chairs, crystal, cool things, we create experiences, we create memories, we create friendships, we create children, we create all these things. We're not just here to heal, and get over trauma. Wonderful and beautiful things in life don't have to be painful. Painting this picture right here, it wasn't painful. That one and this one either. It wasn't painful for me to do. It was exciting. It was invigorating. It was heart blossoming, to be able to create something that I'm passionate about. It literally took me into a whole new universe of, seeing what I can do with my hands, what I create, what I have the ability to do. What do you have the ability to do? What are you allowing yourself to create? What are you giving yourself? Are you giving yourself that time to actually create something? Are you giving yourself, the space to be able to do it? Are you allowing your inner child to come through and literally take a hold of, some half of your experience to be able to create and do something? Sometimes I feel that in the past, creativity has been very, very limited. It's like well, in order for me to be successful, I have to be like this person or that person or this person or that person. I have to sound like this person or that person, or I have to look like this person or that person. And that's how buildings and houses and all these structures that we have around us all look like, cookie cutter boxes now. There's no art like the cathedrals and, the old architecture back in the day. There's nothing beautiful like that anymore, because we had to fit into a standard. We had to make it this. We had to make it that. What was more economical and what saved time to make more money and, commercial business stuff. Commercialize our whole life. Are we going to commercialize our life and not be able to enjoy it? Because I don't know about you, but these buildings, I'm not really enjoying the boxes anymore or the rectangles. They're kind of getting boring. They were beautiful and then they turned boring. When are they going to be beautiful again? Just like our life. Our life as a child was beautiful. Okay, some of us had rough childhoods. I can see that, but there's at least one point in our time, being a child where it was wonderful. Like the first time you ever had ice cream or something like that. The first time you ever ran on the playground or swung on a swing and felt so free flying in the air. Or, the times that we would build these cool things with blocks and Legos or, color pictures for our parents or our grandparents and stuff like that. It was beautiful, okay? And then in our lives, it got boring. But it could be fun again. We can be creative again. We can do those things and make beautiful memories and enjoy everything again. Maybe we're not seeing the joy in life like we used to. Yeah, just like the buildings. I really hope that we can get some better architecture around here. Maybe those really cool 3D printers that print cement and stuff nowadays will create something remarkable again. It's a start. You never know. Maybe. Fingers crossed. Technology these days, right? Look, you're setting off for a new path. You've got the world in your hands, okay? And you're looking at where you're going. It's a whole new opportunity, a whole new thing. You've got the world at the palm of your hands. You have the ability to create anything that you want to and go anywhere that you can imagine if you put your mind to it. People didn't end up on the moon because they weren't creative. They said, what if we can go to the moon one day? What if we can go to Mars one day? What if you can? What if you can go to the moon? What if you can build that garden and have that house in the woods that you wanted? Maybe you can go to the coast and see a whale on the ocean one of these days. Maybe you can swim with dolphins. Maybe you can go to a concert that you've been dreaming of going to your whole life. Maybe. If you don't block yourself from that, then who knows? Maybe you can. Maybe you will. You make the decision on if you are going to make that a reality or not. That's exciting. The future and the unknown isn't always scary. Sometimes people are really afraid of the unknown, and they're afraid of change. But change and the unknown isn't always scary. Surprises aren't always bad and traumatic. They're beautiful. I never knew how wonderful having kids was until I had them. And a long time ago, before I had them, I was terrified of how painful and how scary it would be to have to go have them. Well, now I have 3 with another on the way. So it's not scary. It's the most beautiful, magical thing that I've ever experienced. And I'd do it again. Kids are so beautiful and they're so funny, and it brings you to that creativity. It reminds you how innocent life is, how fun life is, how to not be so serious and take life so serious and be so boring all the time. It reminds me to be fun. It reminds me to be artistic. My kids are so crafty. It's like I always have to find a new craft, something new for them to do and discover. Well, they learn, they have so much fun, and they let their imaginations run wild. What if you let your imagination run wild and go create something that you've always wanted to? Maybe you're a game, designer or developer. What if you actually find balance within your day? There's 24 hours in a day. That's a lot of time in a day. You can find maybe 30 minutes, a half an hour to dedicate that time to doing something that you're passionate about. It only takes a little bit of effort to follow your dreams if you just allow yourself. I mean, how many times do you sit on the phone, scrolling through things? On YouTube, watching videos like this. This is going to be at least a 30-minute video. You could be, instead of watching this video or somebody else's video or scrolling on social media, you could be following your dreams and doing things that you say, oh, I don't have enough time for that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. If you see, you do. Maybe we don't see how much time is in a day. Hey, look. We're on the boat and we're ready to go to new places. New places, new opportunities. It's time to go. This energy is so invigorating. It's so exciting and so fun. Yep. So stop fighting with yourself. Stop blocking yourself. Stop saying, oh, I don't have enough time for anything. Because you do. You do. You just throw this card out, just like those thoughts. You don't need them. And when you do that, you can have happy, beautiful moments because you deserve them. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have this magical, beautiful life full of stability and fun and magic and excitement and creativity and things that you're passionate about with the people that you love, creating memories that are unforgettable that last lifetimes. We're going to keep that card because that's a good card. We don't need the blockages. So get on with it. Let's get on with our passions. Let's move forward, with the stability and the abundance of who we are. And let's move into the future, to the bright, sunshine days of the things that we're so happy about. Get rid of being sad. We don't need to be sad. We don't need to carry the burdens. We don't need to sit there and count our burdens and try to heal ourselves thinking that, there's always something to do and not enough time. You don't need to get stuck in the headspace. So bye-bye headspace. No more headspace, okay? And when you do that, you could sit pretty with a different kind of headspace. The kind of headspace that is more intuitive, more grounded. You've got everything that you need. You're happy. You're content. You are going in positive directions. You're happy. There's beautiful things. And have the strength to do it. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Have the strength to do it because life is limitless. But you have to see that you have the strength and the ability to be able to conquer those things. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. We just have to look at our situations in a different perspective and see that we can literally make magic. We can literally do the things that we want to do. We can literally sit there and dance and have fun and celebrate all the joy that we are. And literally have fun doing it, Okay. So, one more card here and we'll get going. This has been a beautiful reading. So, let's see. Maybe we'll do more than one card. I'm just going with the flow here. Page of Wands. Yep. There we go. There's that childlike creativity energy. It's time to get going with your creativity. So where are you going to go and what direction are you going to go? How are you going to plan your life? What are you choosing to do? if you have ideas and you want to, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Follow, like, subscribe, whatever it is if you want to. I'm excited for you. I hope you're excited for yourself too. You deserve a happy life. So let's get to it. Till next time. See ya.